Top of the Monday morning to you. I think I finally got that other video finished out for you guys. I've been over here working on the baby chicks, trying to improve their living conditions. And what I have done is moved them into the partially painted chicken coop. She'll get to it. It's only been 2 weeks. You don't have to remind her every day, right? But I moved their brooder into the chicken house. And I've still got to close the door off on the end over there. But these little lively guys are just having a blast. I moved the second heat lamp in here on them, which I'm fixing to shut off. But I wanted to have it in here for Tuesday night when it's supposed to get down around freezing, to make sure they had ample heat. And it's not taking them long to get away from it right now. They're definitely enjoying their little feed and just chirping away and loving life. Every one of these guys have been doing great so far. I think you can kind of see them. Maybe a little bit better view of them. It's either eating time or napping time. No in between. I definitely think the second light is a little much for them this morning. I'll shut that guy off. They got away from it pretty quick. Now I've got to go find a scrap. And I'm going to close that door off just so they stay in here and they don't venture out here and get lost and can't find their way back in. That is where I'm currently at. As Miss Franny is trying to come figure out what's going on. What are you doing, Franny? You doing alright this morning? Y'all being nosy? That's what I thought. Baby chick's doing great though. Definitely think they enjoy having a little bit more room. And then this floor is not slick like that plastic tub. So not only do we have the incubator going inside, we also now have this incubator going outside also. Jeff, this young lady here, decided she wanted to go broody and that she wanted to be a mom. So let's just see how she does. So my garden freeze plan protection includes a lot of tomato cages. I've had these for years. The best bet I can come up with is to scatter my tomato cages on each end of the row. I've got a big roll of 6 mil plastic that's supposed to be for underneath the house. It's just going to have to be cut up a little bit and utilized over here. It'll be fine. It can still be reused back over there. It's a 20-foot wide by 100-foot wide or 100-foot long roll. So I can cut off a piece long enough to cover these rows, and then I'll have a 20-foot stretch over the tomato cages, and then I'll pin the edges down with rock all the way around and try to help trap all that heat from the ground up. Today I'm just going to go ahead and get the tomato cages in place and kind of step things off and get my plastic cut. It's supposed to be super windy tomorrow. That's the cold front blowing in. I think we're looking at 41, 42 tonight, so not too big of a concern for tonight. We are looking at 31 for tomorrow night currently. We know how much I trust my weatherman. It may be 45 tomorrow night. But I've got apple tree over here that's actually got a couple little blooms on it. I'm going to trash can those. I've got a few other things out here that I'll put 5-gallon buckets on and stuff like that to try to protect. That's got some blooms and everything going that I don't want it to have to start over, just to give it a little added protection. Now, I know the old school methods a lot of times were to cover in sheets and all that. I don't have an excess of those. And I'm going to do my best to make sure that my plastic is not touching my plants. And like I said, I'm just going to drape it, rock it down, and yeah. So for now, which these tomato cages had to be put out anyway eventually, just not quite yet. But I'm going to go ahead and get those scattered out and see if I can get some plastic cut. Now then, I'll just take plastic and rock it down on one side and fold it and roll it over all the tomato cages, and then hold it down with rocks on this end and then on both of the small ends, and cross my fingers and hope for the best. I've even got some blooms on this little guy right here. It is now Tuesday afternoon. The wind has been whipping and bringing this cold air in. It has definitely put a chill in the air this afternoon. It's nearing 7 o'clock and I'm getting ready to cover everything up, and this is what I wanted to bring you along for and show you my plan for hopefully protecting all my stuff. I do have some apple trees blooming and some other things. Hi, Eve. Miss B's after something and Miss Eve's barking, and it's chaos around here this evening. But we're gonna get the garden covered up and raspberries and some apple trees, and we'll just see what I can get covered up and what I don't. There's a few things I'm not too concerned about, but just wanted to bring you guys along and show you my plan. You may remember me talking about planting sunflowers on the ends of my rows, and I did, and they're coming up. This wind's gonna be a little rough on you guys, but I just created kind of a little mini greenhouse with some mason jars to cover up the sunflowers. They're going to be young and tender, and are not going to be up for this. Should hopefully pull up enough moisture or heat from the soil to keep these guys going. Some folks are getting a cardboard box, and this tarp may not be necessary, but I've got it, so I'm going to put it out, and I'll be able to cover however many rows I can cover with it. And just in case, if all the young tender seedlings are right at the surface, I don't want them to get frostbite. So and there's the first side. I got quite a few rows covered with that one piece. And looky there, there's backup. You think she's gonna want to help or no? We'll see. Maybe I can get her to help me drape this other one across the tomato cages. It won't be as simple as this one was. I'll put a few more rocks around on the outside perimeter of this one. There'll be a couple of rows in the center here that's not covered, but I'll take my chances. I think that right there is going to do wonders. Supervisor's here now. We're in trouble. Well, that little bit of wind really helped out, and it just kind of helped flow right over. The winds are supposed to die down here in the next couple hours, so I'll be able to keep an eye on this until I go to bed. If for some reason one of these does take off, I should be able to have time to repair it, even if I got to do it in the dark. But Mom was after a couple more mason jars. I did have some more sunflowers pop. I think my count changed 3 times today because all those sunflowers were coming up today, which it was near 70 degrees this morning and supposed to be 30 tonight. We're a little higher up on the hill where we're at, so our predictions are usually a little high. So we'll probably dip into the 20s here. We'll just have to wait and see what the morning gives us. I'm going to trash bag a couple of these trees. And then I've got some buckets and some rocks planned for the raspberries and a couple of young elderberries. And other than that, most everything else is in the house. As you can see, the sunset is right here on me, and I just need this wind to die down so my plastic don't run away. But we're going to keep our fingers crossed, and the good Lord's going to take care of this garden right here, and it's still going to be plentiful and bountiful, and we're not going to lose anything. B, you keep an eye on that tree now, okay? So we got all the, I'm trying to block that sunset from you guys. We got all these trees bagged. I got some other stuff down here to cover up the raspberries and stuff. And then we got to figure out what in the world we're going to do over there on the chicken. Got this woman put to work covering these raspberries up with these little 3-gallon buckets. Should be sufficient for them. Miss B, are you still supervising? So Angela got fired as soon as B showed up. New supervisor, actually, I guess she's the foreman. Tell her how to do it, B. Smack her.
Is that good? Did I do good? Yeah, did I do good?
I've got 4 elderberries down here, and my 3 smallest ones are going to get a 5-gallon bucket with a rock on top. As long as you don't choke them out with the handle. Excellent work. 2 more. We got the herbs covered on the chicken house. This is a new design. It's fantastic. It's absolutely wonderful. No, hopefully that's going to keep it covered. We got everything winterized as best we can. We've got buckets and bags, and well, you've seen it. So fingers crossed. If y'all don't care, pray for our crops tonight that we don't have to replant everything. But Mama's got a little bit to talk to you about, I think.
We've had a few of you guys asking about Chris, and just to update you guys on that, I want to thank all of you that have sent cards and gifts and everything for him. We have everything put aside. His birthday is next Wednesday on the 28th. He will have his drive-through birthday party, and we will open his cards and all the collection of the non-perishable food items that he's getting for his birthday that we will be placing in the blessing boxes. So I will be filming some of that for you guys, especially if you sent a card. You will definitely get to see him open that, because I want to share that with you guys. And I just want to thank you for that. You don't even know how excited he is every time I tell him he gets a new card. He's just like, oh, for me. He gets so excited. So, also, another thing is we have updated our Facebook page. So, we would love for you guys to go over to our Facebook page and check it out. Like and subscribe. Or follow, I guess, on Facebook is what you do. Yeah. And I'm going to keep that updated more than I used to. Also, we're on Instagram. I don't do as much on Instagram, but I do Facebook. But you'll get some sneak peeks of, like, you're waiting for videos to come out from, like, say, for example, this weekend. We were so busy that we just weren't able to get the video up, but you could see pictures of the new puppies and the new bunnies just a little bit quicker than waiting for the video. So just to let you guys know about that. And also, we're going to be having a giveaway soon because we're almost to 3,000. So keep an eye out for some information on that. And again, our Facebook page is where you'll get the information first.
So where will you find that?
At River Mountain Homestead on Facebook.
Is that in the link below?
I don't know, is it?
I don't know. Check the description below. There's a link there if you need to find it. And it's River Mountain Homestead on Facebook. And I'm sure it's probably the same thing for Instagram. I don't know. I don't really do any of that. So
it is River Mountain Homestead.
You're lucky I do this right here.
He does this part of it. I try to do the social media part of it. But yeah, so check those out so you just get information first. And like I said, that giveaway is going to be coming soon, so we'll have some info on that. But
yeah, we got to figure out the details on that.
Yep, and how to do it. So.
Yep. But I think that's all we've got for tonight, guys. So
fingers crossed, we survive.
Hopefully we don't dip too far down into the 20s, but I'm sure we will. But we will catch you guys on the next one.
Have a blessed day.